AkronHipHop.com, the ReporterNewspaperOnline.com. Look at here. All the way from Canton. Brother, tell everybody your name.
Garland Mack.
Brother Mack is in the building, man. Now look, the good thing about it is, I've seen you on Facebook. I met you through Facebook. Is that right?
But I met you years ago at 2 Live Music.
How did that go? You know, so okay. You remember us from back in those days?
Back in the day, bro, 1993.
Dang, 93. That was when we was in the corner by the wig shop.
Yep.
Yeah, you still go to 2 Live Music?
2 Live Music. I was there last month.
Get out of here. So you're still supporting black business?
Of course.
I see you definitely supporting the black movement. If you look at the shirt representing and everything.
Black-owned company in Georgia, Artistic Tees.
And plugging away too. Hey man, the good thing is you from Canton. I met you through the Facebooklet, through social media, and that's the power, the majesty of what we doing down here in Blackwood, Ohio. You're in the capital of Blackwood, Ohio right now. This is Blackwood, Ohio offices, man. Okay, and when we was talking through social media, without even talking, you was liking what we're doing and everything like that. And I want to just let everybody know that I really rock with people that rock with us. Is that not right?
Hey, that's great. That's great, man.
Hey, man, so tell me real quick, man, coming from Canton, Ohio, looking at AkronHipHop.com, seeing the videos that we put on social media, how is that affecting you? What do you think about that?
Well, we need more positive images anyway. We get so much of the negative from, TV and online and people being shot and, arrested and all that. So we need more positive images anyway. And like I told you, the first video I seen you did was Minister Stephen Muhammad right here in Akron. So then after that, I started checking out your page. I was like, let me check out some other videos he did. And I said, okay, yeah, that sounds like something I'm interested in. Hit the thumbs up and stuff like that, and start checking you out on a regular basis. So,
And then I went to your page. I said, this brother conscious. I said, we need to talk. We got to build, cause you know what? It ain't too many of us.
I know.
That's actually reading. Okay, now some people are conscious and they just consciously aware. Some people are conscious and they consciously moving. You're one of the ones that's moving.
See, I like to have it's power in word. I like to have engaging conversations. I like to feel that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We as a people, we don't do that too often. You know what I'm saying?
You say there's power in words, boy. Do you know where you at right now? You have no clue. You know, one of my favorite things to do is to read the dictionary. My man said there's power with words. As you can see, you notice all the dictionaries around here. Now, do you take me to be a hoarder, or what do you think?
Nah, man. You just like you like words.
Like the
You recognize the importance of words and how to use them. You got a thesaurus, you got a dictionary.
We in it.
Like
I'm a journalist.
Gotta know what you're saying. People say words all the time, don't know the meaning of it. They gotta, know what they're talking about.
So let's go right into it, man. People think you're an average guy, and I want people to know that you're an average guy. But you can't be average with all that knowledge you got in your head, real quick, man. So listen, we were just talking about religion, you and I, and we were talking about the importance of being conscious enough to know that you may not agree with everything, but it's cool. It's cool not to agree with everything. But go ahead and talk about that one thing you were talking about, how we just throw everything away.
We have to unite on principles and truth, man. Labels are being erased.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those are being erased. I know people, man. I give you an example. I was down in Columbus years ago. My sister was at work. She said, could you pick up my daughter, which is my niece, from the babysitter? I said, cool. I went by there to pick her up, met the lady maybe 2 minutes. And she asked that one question that I don't like people asking me because it gets in the division. She said, do you go to church? And I said, no. And the whole mood just changed, just like that. She just met me like 2 minutes ago.
Right.
But that's how
she got to treat you differently.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Right.
She was happy because she knew who my sister was, and I was there to pick up my little niece. But as soon as she asked that one, the whole mood just changed. And we have to stop doing that. We have to stop letting labels and things divide us, because the truth will make us free, not the religion. The truth will make us free,
on it,
not the religion.
Golly, that's dope. I'm stealing that. What my brother say, I'm making that a .org. And what he said, the truth, not the religion.
The truth will make us free.
So let's say, I dabble in all of the black theological constructs, religious and organizations and all that stuff, right? So we were talking about how, let's say I study comedic science. Okay. And let's say you study more, you're more or something like that. me and you are intelligent enough to know that there's may be something I might not get with your Moorish ways or your black nationalism that you have on your shirt ways. Right. And you are conscious enough to know I might not agree with every Kemetic thing that this brother is on, every Islamic thing this brother is on, every Freemason everything is on, but you ain't going to throw everything I'm about away. Go ahead, explain that.
We still black people. Before any of this came about, we still black people, black human beings. And that should be our basis. Regardless of what we do in society, or regardless of what we go to the church, the synagogue, the temple, we still black people, man. And when I relate to people, when I meet people, for the first time, I never asked them, hey,
how you look at God.
Yeah. What lodge you go to, or what I don't really care. I go by how you act, because how you act will tell me who you are.
You better say it.
You act will tell me who you are.
And I always tell folks, man, your relationship with the Most High is the most personal thing. It should be personal. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's when you pray to yourself at home, right? To me, that's personal, right? So why we as a people, we wear it on our necklaces.
We're the most religious people on the planet Earth. I think Dr. Khalid Muhammad said it one time. I can't get it exactly.
I know exactly what he said.
You know, we the most we the most religious, or whatever it is. We outdo everybody.
So let me ask you: was you born a Christian though?
Well, when you say born a Christian, we grew up in the church, all of us did, but not one time that I can recall in my childhood have I ever referred to myself as a Christian. Not one time. As a matter of fact, I remember my mom having a big picture in our living room on 3rd Street, Southwest, down in Canton, of Jesus, the white Jesus. And I remember getting up on the dresser and standing up face to face and spitting at it at a young age.
Why would you do that?
I'm serious, because I never identified with. I never identified with Christianity. Never. I never referred to myself as a Christian. Not one time. Somebody else made a refer.
Wait a minute. You spit on white Jesus, man?
Yes, I did. Or Caesar Borgia.
That's exactly it. Tell, why don't you speak on the history of that, so we won't offend nobody? Like, Caesar somebody probably cut this thing out. This dude spit on Jesus. Tell somebody who Caesar Borgia is.
Caesar Borgia, his father, I think a pope. I don't have my notes in front of me, but his father was a pope, and I think it was Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
That took his son Caesar Borgia to make one of the white images of Jesus. As a matter of fact, you can go to Walmart. I was at Walmart one time, and there's a 3-disc DVD set on the Borgia crime family.
Crime family. So let me tie this up together. So you're telling me the Eurocentric depiction of Jesus that most of us have seen growing up
is false.
It's not. First off, it's not a real picture of Jesus.
Nope.
That's number one. But what you're saying is the actual picture is a real human being that was a part of a crime family.
Caesar Borgia. Yeah. I was at Walmart, man. You can go on Amazon right now and just look up Borgia crime family. Caesar Borgia crime family. Man, that's the title they get. I don't put the DVD out.
Wait a minute. So you in Canton with all this knowledge, man?
Yes.
You in Canton, Ohio, yes, with all this knowledge. And so when we talk about Canton and everything, the first thing that comes to me is they told me.
People always think about football. That's what Canton is associated with, NFL, football. But there's more to Canton than just football. We have our own history. Black people have their own history.
You ever heard of Canton? Crazy ass N-words, crazy ass niggas.
I've heard that.
Tripping on nothing. You ever heard that?
I've heard that.
That's where you
somebody told me that. Somebody told me that in 10th grade.
Ain't that's crazy? but guess what? We got to change that. We're gonna have to change it to crazy ass Nubian taking on niggas. Because you got a different mindset.
This is an excellent book, man.
So that's what we're about to get into. Now, this book right here, me and you was talking, there's a divine, God-given, Afrocentric history in Canton. That's why we're here today. Talk to me about how instrumental Black Canton is in your life.
Well, we've always, grown up in Canton, you always heard about Cherry Street. You always heard about all the black businesses they had before the highway was built. And I was watching a documentary with Dr. Claude Anderson. He said, he mentioned that same thing happened all over the place. He said, if you ever want to know where the black community once thrived at, find out where the highway was built. So it wasn't just Canton. And if you go on Cherry Street right now, that's all that's gone. Mm-hmm. But they had a historic meeting back in September at St. Paul AME Church in on East Us. It was a book launch for this, and the authors was there.
Well, what is the book about, real quick? Just because I don't want to.
Oh, African Americans of Canton, Ohio, Treasures of Black History.
Okay,
it's our history.
So go ahead, keep going with the story.
It's the businesses they had, how life was back then, the first blacks that came here, Stark County.
So that's dope. So go ahead. I just wanted to let people know the significance of the book. I didn't mean to cut you off with the story you was talking about the gathering at the church. Go ahead.
But it was a who's who of Canton. The repository newspaper, that's the Canton's daily newspaper, had 3 people at the meeting. They took all kind of pictures. One guy was just snapping away like he had a machine gun or something. Not one thing was mentioned about the meeting in the paper. Not one.
Wait a minute. How long has it been?
This is April 28th, because the author signed my book, April 28th.
April 28th.
Not one mention of the event. They advertised the event, but afterwards, not one mention, no picture, nothing. And that's why black media is important. We need our own.
That's why we got it right here, baby.
Canton needs Freedom's Journal. They need to bring back Freedom's
Journal. We got
the
reporter up there too. You see the reporter up there?
I buy it in Canton.
Yeah, we need to. But that's why you're here right now, to get this word out. So listen, man. In all honesty, man, it sounds like to me, if they advertised it, that means somebody paid for it to be advertised.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the repository don't have any interest but capital on that particular. It's a capitalistic interest, which is why they was there in the first place.
My thing is, what do they do with all those pictures?
Wait, maybe just to play the devil's advocate.
I mean, are they going?
Sometimes
locked in a room or something. I mean, what are they doing all those pictures?
I mean, sometimes like me, because I run into it. Sometimes you do so much. I know what I want to do. Sometimes what I want to do have to take a back seat to what I have to do.
Okay.
So maybe it's going to come out later when they get that token Nubian that they have on the staff. Hopefully there's more, to write the story.
I want to say something else too. The meeting was held at it used to be the AMP store back in the 70s. That's the meeting where my grandfather was murdered in July 22nd, 1972. He was a Canton police officer, Guy Andrew Mack Sr.
He's on the front of the book.
Yes.
Show him the book, y'all.
Right here.
Get it a little higher. Bring it up to me. Yep.
Right
That's your. Wait a minute.
That's my grandfather.
So you are.
This is like
Black Canton royalty.
This is like
that's the truth. You're part of the legacy. Yeah, you're part of the legacy. That's your bloodline, right?
Listen,
you trying to be humble.
My grandmother, man, she told me years ago. She said, "You're gonna go places and people gonna already know you before you get there." And I bear witness. That's true. That's true. I want to say something else too about Canton. See, Canton, one of my cousins, I won't put his name out there, but he's a humble brother, but he lives in New York. He's been doing big things over years. I've been hearing about him for years from my grandmother and stuff like that. His side of the family went to the repository one time for them to do a story on him. His name was Chris Mack. That's his name. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to touch it.
Why?
But that's a black businessman, doing things in New York and, this and that. No, I don't want to do that. But if you black, if you a sports figure, sports athlete, or a criminal, you'll get in the repository, no problem. But if you a black business person, a black, that's not.
See, that's why we here, man.
They don't highlight that, man.
That's why we here.
They don't highlight that.
We painting positive images of our people every day. Sometimes you can't assume somebody's going to take your move, your initiative, as important as you. That's why you have to link up with brothers.
That's true.
Networking works all the time. So tell me some more about Canton, man. So you guys ain't just about the tripping on nothing and Hall of Fame, huh?
See, Canton back in the day, man, they had back in the 90s, you had a consciousness movement resurging again. And things were, a little bit different, Canton and Akron. But Canton needs more. When you say a business, I don't, it needs more than just a barbershop, no more than just a beauty shop. Nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But where's the information center? Where's that bookstore at? Where's that media center at?
Where's the meat market?
Yeah.
Where's the meat market? Where's the vegetarian market?
People need something to feed up here, man. When I was 12, 13, I used to go to Cleveland a lot. And right on Cleveland, I used to go to a bookstore. It's called Islamic Books Plus.
On Lee and Harvard.
Yes, and next door the Nile Valley Restaurant.
Next door to Hot Sauce Williams.
One side you get the knowledge, up here, and the other side you go eat good. But you know, I was like, that's a good combination, man.
It is
That's a good combination.
You know, I'm from Cleveland.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I know exactly where you at.
Okay.
Near the Harvard area. Yeah. It's called the Islamic Books and Things.
Right.
Next door is the Nile Valley Restaurant. Next door to that is the Hot Sauce
Brother
Williams.
Sharif and
Across the street you got.
I think his sister's name is Rafia.
I ain't been there in so long. I used to get my bean pies from there.
Okay.
They keep them fresh in the refrigerator. The
Okay.
whole one,
That's first time I had bean pie was that Nile Valley restaurant.
You know, Brother Steven make the dope bean pie.
See, everybody claiming they got to get as dope as bean pie, you know, but
same recipe.
But people, you know,
put their own little spin
bean pies taste different.
Dude,
I love bean pies.
I never had no different thing than bean pies.
No. I've had some.
You've been
the best bean pies I've had so far is from Detroit. That's where it started.
You act like you know the history of some nation.
The bean pie recipe was started by a sister in Detroit. I got her name written down. I don't have it off the top of my head, but she started the bean pie recipe.
So you just got a lot of knowledge on a lot of different stuff.
She started the bean pie recipe.
Well, hey man,
as an alternative to the sweet potato pie,
and it tastes delicious, man.
I love it.
It tastes delicious. Pie. Hey, you better not put no butter beans. Them the wrong beans, brother. That's probably what's been going on. But listen, man, we can talk on and on. Tell somebody where to get that book from, and tell somebody how to get in touch with you.
Well, this book is from. I got this from the church, but it's also available at Books A Million. I assume it's on Amazon too. Okay. And maybe Borders got it, but you can look online. Just Google it on Amazon or go to Books A Million or whatever, and they should have it. You know, it's Volume 2 is coming out, so you better get hit the 1.
Well, listen,
people can find me on Facebook. I'm not hard to find, man. I'm on Facebook, Garland Mack.
Spell it.
GarlandMack. I'm not hard to find.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate you.
Like you'll
be on full blast right now because they're going to see you on Facebook. Well, listen, man, have some fun and get something done. Y'all better film me before they kill me. It's the Brother Mack. Peace.